13th Street, Battle of the Bad Breath Bats by David Bowles. Chapters 13, 14, and 15. Chapter 13, Malia and the Mouthwash. Malia climbed onto the roof of the truck. "Hey, Stinkface," she shouted, loosening the bottle cap. The giant snatchbat turned and saw Malia. It stomped toward her. Malia swung the bottle back and forth. She was going to throw it like a water balloon as soon as the monster got close enough. But before she could do that, the boss bat stretched out a leg and grabbed her in its claws. That's what it's showing. Her arms were pinned to her body. She could hardly move. The boss bat lifted Malia toward its yawning jaws. Its teeth and tongue were covered with pink slime. The stench was too much. There it is. Gross. The bottle was still in Malia's right hand. It poked up above the bat's thick toes, and she could still move her neck. Below, Dante came running into the street. "Leave her alone!" "Get back, Dante," Malia shouted. "I got this." She bent her head. Using her teeth, she grabbed the bottle. Tilting her head back, she let the minty fresh liquid fill her mouth till her cheeks hurt. The boss bat's snarling face was just inches away. Before it could eat her, Malia managed to spit out the mouthwash right into the monster's jaws. Splash! Patoo! Gross. It gave a terrible screech. Stumbling back, it dropped Malia to the sidewalk. Then it toppled over like a rotten old tree. Timber! Wham! Chapter 14, Exit and Escape. "That was amazing, boss," Dante shouted as he tossed aside the trash can lid. "Are you okay?" "Yeah," Malia said as he helped her stand. "Thanks." "Look, guys." It was Ivan running toward them. Everywhere, bats were shrinking. In seconds, they were normal size. Malia spun around. The boss bat had shrunk down too. "Your plan worked, Ivan," she said. "Our plan, Malia," Ivan corrected. "Without Dante's video game skills and your leadership." "Oh, don't get mushy on me," she said, but her eyes teared up. The door to the depot opened. Omi walked out, and behind him floated Yulia. "Hey!" Malia shouted. "You said that a portal would open up." Suddenly, all the bats leaped into the air. With tiny squeaks, they flew off toward the sky. They left a minty, fresh scent behind. Yulia shrugged. "I don't understand. They're all gone. The portal should appear." They heard a screech and looked up. One last bat was flying away into the sky. Once it disappeared, a glowing circle opened in the air in front of the cousins. Inside it, Malia could see the entrance to the alley. "Hurry," Yulia said. "It closes fast." Dante and Ivan rushed right through the portal. Malia turned to the skeleton and the ghost girl. "You could come with us." The storekeeper shook his head. "No, not now anyway." Yulia's eyes filled with tears. "Go!" As Malia hurried back to her own world, she heard an unfamiliar voice whisper, "First checkpoint, children." Chapter 15, Game Over. The cousins wasted no time. They ran up the alley, ignoring the sweet smell of pastries. When they reached 11th Street, they turned, heading toward their aunt's apartment building. Malia slowed as they passed the house of Doña Shabella. There was no sign of the old woman. "I wonder if she knew." "It's pretty suspicious," Ivan agreed. Malia clenched her hands into fists. She stomped right up to Doña Chabella's front door and pounded with all her might. No one answered. "Forget about it, boss." Dante had come up behind her. He touched her arm gently. "Let's go home." As the three kids walked away, a face appeared in the window. It was a woman watching their backs with a hopeful smile. Doña Shabella. The cousins didn't see her, though. They were distracted by the sudden appearance of Aunt Lucy. She came running up the street toward them. "Ay, bingo," she said. "You almost gave me a heart attack. I've been calling and calling. I went down to the water park and you weren't there. And what happened to you? You're all dirty and scratched up. Malia opened her mouth to tell Aunt Lucy everything, but Ivan spoke first. We took a shortcut through the alley. Some bullies jumped us. They stole Malia's phone. We chased them, but they got away. We were lost for a while. Dante and Malia stared at him. He never lied. They were amazed how good he was at it. He must have thought Aunt Lucy wouldn't believe the truth anyway. Besides, she was worried enough. The good thing is that you are back and you're okay, Aunt Lucy said, reaching out to hug them. She was quite surprised at how tightly they kept clinging to her. Yeah, she muttered, patting their heads. I love you too. Now how about a video game? The three cousins pulled away from her embrace. No, they said all at once. Then they looked at each other and laughed. That's the end for now. Notice we've filled up all the dots down there, all the chapters. Congratulations, you've read 15 or listened to 15 chapters, 87 pages, and 5,187 words. That effort makes you a real boss. How many books have you read? What are you excited to read next? When will we hang out again? They have some activities there. But you might want to read the next books by this author. There's some other books by Tom Watson, Trouble at Table 5, Sparkleton, and the 13th Street books.